Grandma was a character. She was my great-grandmother, really, but she was the only grandparent in my life. Born in 1889, she was from a different era, and it showed. Her long gray hair reached down to her ankles, but it was always up in a neat loose bun at the back of her head. I never did see her in pants. She was usually wearing a 70s-style dress and a pair of sensible black walking shoes. She smelled of these gray-brown throat lozenges that she was always sucking on. When Grandma watched my younger sister and me, there wasn't a lot of watching going on. We were free to raid the cabinets, although there wasn't much in them. We'd empty her supply of sugar cubes and build castles and igloos from them before eating them all. Next, we'd move on to her bananas, which I believe was the only actual food she ever had around, and then settle ourselves down in front of the television. Although we loved being with her, I don't believe she was Mom and Dad's first choice for a babysitter. After all, she would say things that really weren't appropriate for children to hear. "I'm not going to be around much longer," she would say. "I've already lived too long. I'm ready to go." As if that weren't bad enough, she'd add, "Don't spend a lot of money on me when I die. I don't need a nice casket. Just put my body in a trash bag and throw me over the cliff." "Okay, Grandma, just throw you out in a big black hefty bag?" Dad would ask facetiously. "Yes, that would be fine." As a child, the conversation scared me. You know what else scared me? Seeing her halfway naked. I had been in the women's locker room before, and I had seen women naked, but I had never seen anything like that before. Her boobs were down to her knees. They looked like two long, empty sacks that could be thrown up around her shoulders and tied in a bow behind her neck. As a recipient of her genetic material, that memory still frightens me. Yes, Grandma was a character, but I loved her very much. So it hurt when we moved far away. Though she wasn't with us, she was always in our hearts. As the years passed, I counted down with anticipation the time when she would turn 100. We would throw her the biggest party. She was with my uncle in Arizona, but he was taking good care of her. He'd bring her up to see us. All the grandkids and great-grandkids would be in one place to celebrate her life. It was going to be great. Then we got the call. More specifically, 14-year-old I got the call from a nursing home in Arizona. Grandma wasn't even supposed to be in a nursing home, but there she was, and the worker was saying she wanted to talk to us. I picked up the phone, anxious to talk to Grandma, but something was wrong. "Hi, Grandma." "Who is this?" "It's Aaron." "Who?" "Aaron." "Can you get me out of here?" she asked in a worried voice I had never heard her use before. "Why, Grandma?" "They're trying to kill me." "What do you mean? How are they trying to kill you?" "They're trying to poison me. Please come get me." Even at 14, I knew that the workers at the nursing home probably weren't really trying to kill her, but I was scared for her. I was sad that she was sad and scared. It shook me up. And when I told the rest of my family what happened, they were shaken up too. Crying, I asked my mom to help her. Crying, she vowed she would. After a few more days and a few more talks with the nursing home, we decided to bring Grandma back up to live with us. I was so excited. It would be just like old times. See, when you're 14, you don't understand the work involved with caring for an elderly person with dementia. You don't realize they won't be telling you coherent stories anymore. They won't rock you on their lap. Things would be very different. I didn't know that. But even if I had, it wouldn't have changed a thing, because she was my grandma. Yes, our plans were made to bring her back. But 16 days before her 100th birthday, we received notice that my grandma had gone to be with the Lord. How do you grieve that? Even at 14, one can recognize a life well lived. One can see that when a person has outlived their parents, their children, and even some of their grandchildren, they are ready to go. She had told us as much time and time again. So, with both sorrow and pride, we said our goodbyes to the woman who told us stories and gave us roots, to the woman who had rocked and held us when we were young, and now we hold her in our hearts.